Welcome to the 10th anniversary edition of the Rebelle Rally, the longest competitive off-road rally in the United States. Today is Monday. This is day 4 of this incredible competition, and this is our final show from Base Camp 1. You can see a lot of activity going on down here at the base camp. Everyone is packed up, and in a few minutes they are going to start lining up at the start, and we are going to leave this location just west of Tonopah, Nevada behind, and we're going to head, well, for Matthew and me, about a 4-hour drive south of here. But for these competitors, I believe today they have a 10-hour time limit out on the course.
Yeah, it's a long day, a lot of transitioning down south today. And, you know, there's been a fury of activity around here, and it feels particularly dark here this morning. We signed up some cool clouds to show you a pretty sunrise here shortly. Definitely going to be an exciting day. There are 2 different RECs that we're going to go over about what they do today. It's a little bit different than what we've been doing so far.
And of course, an REC is a Rebelle Enduro Challenge, so
yep.
we'll explain the two types of Enduro Challenge. Mm-hmm. Those are a lot of fun for both the navigator and the driver. Oh, look at the sky behind us. It's starting. What a beautiful morning here. And we are starting to line up. So we have our first 2 teams lining up. Team 101, Team 131, Lynn Woodward and Renee Vento. And then you're looking at the 131, the 2024 Ford Ranger Raptor. That's Carissa Hayden and Trista Smith. And they are going to be second off the line this morning. I've been asking all the competitors, you know, when you return at the finish each day, you draw a number 1 through 67, which is the number of teams here at the Rebelle, and which determines what your start order is. Almost every team has said, I want that number 1. I want to be the first team off. I want to go out. I don't want to go out after everyone else has laid tracks. No one's sleeping in because you pulled a number that's getting you off the start line an hour and 8 minutes later. Everyone is ready to go. Everyone wants off the start line. So those early teams, there's sort of a little bit of an adrenaline rush when you pull that number and you see maybe a 1 through 10. You pull that 68 and you think, okay, now I've got to sort of delay the start of my day tomorrow.
Yeah, it just makes you feel like you're ahead of the game when you've got to be right there in the front of the crew. You've got to get ready, get sorted, and you get the fresh look at the course. You're not driving through others' tracks and stuff. Now, some people don't mind seeing the tracks, right? It's like, I wonder. Man, that's pretty. Let's have a look at where everything stands with starting with the 4x4s.
Okay, so there's we're starting here at 14th place. So let's go ahead and look up at the top 13. So a couple of things have been developing. You know, we haven't talked a lot about the 46 rookies we have here. We have, I believe, 24 full rookie teams.
Well, 17.
17
full rookie teams.
A full rookie team means both the driver and the navigator are rookies. And then we have 46 rookies. That means some of the rookies are competing with seasoned competitors. But if we look at that next screen, of our rookie competitors, look there in 21st place, Team 117. That's Tina Chang and Jill McAdoo. Those 2 women, I can't explain how incredible it is to see a fully rookie team in almost the top 20. On day 1, we had a Rebelle Enduro Challenge, and they finished in 17th place out of 61 teams.
And the Rebelle Enduro challenges are really hard. It's hard to explain how tedious they are. And for a rookie team to be at 80% of points, I'm sure that's never been done.
It's absolutely incredible. So keep your eye on Team 117. They are going to be a team to watch throughout this competition. Team SAS, they're driving that 2017 Jeep Wrangler they call Rowdy. It's Tina Chang's daily driver.
Yeah, that's cool. That car in your driveway, like we've been saying. All right, let's have a look at X-Cross. Man, that sunrise. Here we go. Carrie Lando and Andrea Schaefer sitting up there in the top spot. 53 points in the top spot. That's catchable, but they might have to make a mistake for that to be catchable. That's not an easily closable gap.
If they continue at this pace, Absolutely, they're going to have to make some mistakes. And when you looked at their results yesterday, they did make some mistakes. They missed a few, not with a wide miss, but they had a few zeros on some black diamond checkpoints. So they are a beatable team, but man, they are also a very strong team. But when you look there, you have a lot of experience in the 4x4 class. The navigation certainly translates. It takes a little bit of time, I think, to remember that you are driving an X-Cross car, and it might not be able to do everything that your car could do the last time you competed here. All right, so our favorite part of the every morning, and can we just take a moment to say how much that this area is showing off? I don't think Base Camp 1 wants us to leave because this is the most beautiful morning we have had here. It is just showing off for us. Stay, don't go. That's what it's saying. So we are joined, as we are most mornings, with the creator of the Rebelle Rally, Emily Miller. And this is my favorite part of the morning because we get to sit here in the comfort of the host desk, and you get to take us through what these competitors are about to deal with out on the course. So, Emily, thanks for being here on day 4.
Yes, thank you. And one of the reasons why you're seeing these great clouds coming in is because there is a storm moving into the east side of the Sierras that we are getting ready to experience.
And how is that going to affect, do you think, the next day or 2 days of the Rebelle?
It's going to be good today, but tomorrow, actually it's going to start this evening, is going to be rain in Ridgecrest. There will be snow up on the peaks, but the competitors will actually probably have the first true almost all day rainstorm. But we'll see, the weather out here changes so quickly,
Right.
But we have prepared them to set their camp up ready for it. But it does bring great clouds.
It is beautiful.
It
yes.
is stunning.
All right, so let's take a look at day 4. And I think what most people at home want to know is, where are the real challenges on this course? Like we always say, where on this course, when they see their driver make because we have all the information, make a mistake, why are they making that mistake, and why is that area of the course particularly tough? So let's take a look first at the overview of day 4.
Yeah, so they're starting from base camp and they are heading back over Emigrant Pass. And they are essentially just going north to south. We would call this a transit day, but you can see over on the left side of the graphic are the Sierra Mountains, and they are going to not have as many checkpoints today. This is a checkpoint light day, enduro heavy day. And they've got to cover a lot of distance. And so it is not a very difficult day if you don't take the X route, but it is a more difficult day for the 4x4s with that X route. And we're going to walk through that Mapbox map. But one thing that we have that's special, I would call this a throwback to the best of Rebelle. There are the two most famous, I would say, favorite moments of the top teams are the climb up Papoose Flats and looking across at Mount Whitney, and the other one is the on-time enduro on the Aqueduct Road. We call it sort of our Pike's Peak.
Well,
now
let's take a look at
All
the
right.
Mapbox.
Huge shout out to
overview.
Mapbox for doing
these are
these
so
for us.
cool. Just looking at that first graphic, it was clear how beautiful today is going to be. That area around Whitney is one of my favorite places in the world.
So they start, and they're climbing right there. They hit the top of the pass. Now they're down in Fish Lake Valley. They've got a number of checkpoints in Fish Lake Valley before they hit the green checkpoint. Now they are on pavement. Over to the top of the screen, on the right-hand side of the screen, you can see those big mountains. They're called the White Mountains, and they are the boundary between California and Nevada. So in this area, they are in Dyer, Nevada. Now they've turned off-road. You are looking down into Death Valley. This is the X route. The regular route would have continued on, and let me tell you, the regular route was the most beautiful way to drop into Death Valley. Now they're on pavement. They are climbing out of Death Valley, really exiting right about here. And now they've made a key strategic decision. This is the X route of 8X, 9X, 10X for the 4x4s. Right there, they've just hit a four-wheel drive, low range climb and descent, really rocky right now. You have got to navigate perfectly up in this area or you could get really turned around in those mountains. Okay, they're running along what's called the Owens Valley. They're on the east side of the Owens River. The big dry lake bed you can see is not necessarily dry. It is the Owens Lake. Right here, they are now on roadbook. They are turning onto pavement. Actually, if they had continued on straight, they would have dropped back into Death Valley. We actually took out that portion of the course this year because of how much weather damage there has been in the area. And Death Valley is very understaffed right now, so we didn't want to take key resources. So once they're still on Highway 395 traveling south, they are going to hit this green checkpoint, which is the turn to Kennedy Meadows. Right here is the on-time Enduro. They are up on the side of the mountains, and it is a fun driving on-time Enduro. You can see Ridgecrest over to the left side of the screen, and now they're coming into the finish line. But a little bit of a plot twist.
Okay.
We have added in an on-route Enduro near the finish that is really going to force them. It's an on-route Enduro. It's not on time, but they've got to do cap heading, cap averages, and follow this road book to be able to signal their tracker at the right spots. This is challenging. So right at the end of the day, when they're tired, they can almost see base camp.
Yeah.
It's like, keep your head in the game. Stay in it. That's where I would expect maybe some missed clicks because the bullseyes are really tight. The other place that we're going to see are how close they get to the bullseye in the areas of CP8, 8X, 9, 9X, 10, 10X. And then they hit the green checkpoint. So right along the base of those big mountains, that's where they're going to see it. You're going to see maybe the scores separate
So
a little bit.
late in the day, we might see some interesting score adjustments.
Yeah, but what's going to happen for them is they are going to have this reveal. It's going to be hard to stay. It's going to be hard to focus because that view of Mount Whitney and that side of the east side of the Sierras, I think is one of the most beautiful places, not just in our country, in the world.
I agree.
Cool.
In the world.
And to come out of the lowest point in the country, and then you're looking at the highest peak in the lower 48. It's one of my biggest memories from competing in the Rebelle.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
Very
Emily,
curated
Yeah,
day.
thank you so much for
Yeah, thank
taking
you.
us through what is certainly going to be an exciting, beautiful day, a challenging day. We are just a few minutes from the first teams taking off from the start line, and so let's send it over to Katy, who's with one of those teams.
Thank you, guys. This is truly one of those Rebelle days when you feel very lucky to participate. I mean, the sunrise, the temperature, all of it makes me feel like the reason I come back every year is for these treat days. And I've just heard Emily, and she's as excited about the course and the day as we all are. Now, I'm here with Alex Gilman and Mandy Brezina, who won the Pirelli Challenge last year. Good morning, ladies. How did Pirelli support you guys this year, given that you won last year?
Pirelli's been amazing as far as what they offer for both the tires and then the 1,000 that goes towards our entry. And we're running the XTMs this year, and they've been fantastic. We've enjoyed them a lot so far. So
Now, I understand you had the Scorpions last year. What's the difference?
the sidewall seems a lot thicker on those, so they're doing really good with all these sharp rocks that we were driving over. So.
Excellent. Well, I know it's going to be amazing out there today. Have a great day, and we'll see you at the finish line. We're heading to Base Camp 2 today. So the tent has been broken down, and now they're going to head out and race us down. Good morning. How are we doing, ladies? Now, I've just listened to Emily, and she's really excited about the course today. So are you feeling confident in terms of your plotting this morning? I saw you in the tent. You were going very diligently.
Yeah, I feel absolutely confident in my plots.
Great. Have you got any strategic thinking that you can share with us today?
I'm working on it.
Okay, I'm going to leave you to it. Oh, wait, talk to me about your tyres quickly.
Oh, this year we're running the Scorpions, Pirelli Scorpions, and super excited. They've been gripping, holding, running so nice, and I think Heidi would tell you the ride's been pretty smooth too.
I want to hear that from Heidi.
Yeah, the ride's been smooth, and we've been over some crazy terrain, and they've held up really well.
Excellent. Have a great day out there, ladies. The navigators are the ones that want to know about the tyres because they want a smooth ride. Now I'm going to send it back to you, Matthew and Alyssa.
Awesome. Thank you, Katy. As we could see, both of those teams are riding on the Pirellis, and Pirelli is our day sponsor here for day 4 at the Rebelle. I was on the launch, actually, of that new tire she was mentioning, the XTM. And you could kind of see in the sidewall when we looked at the All-Terrain Plus on the second vehicle there that the way the tread blocks come down the side of the tire, that XTM on the green Jeep number 139, if we keep moving forward, the XTM, the molding compound, the way the tread goes down the sidewall in one block is a very difficult manufacturing process, and Pirelli's invested a lot in this tire. It's still coming to market. They're still finishing the manufacturing, and a lot of these tires are like straight from the as prototypes, essentially. But the tire, I found it to be really quiet and rugged, so I think we're going to see a lot more of those in the market here to come soon. So, yeah, let's talk about those Enduros today, Alyssa.
Yeah, so and I remember in some of the Enduros, the tires have become very, very important because as a driver, you are so focused on, especially on the on-time Enduro, you are so focused on the driving and on staying on time. Your mind wanders a little bit from your tire placement and from really conserving your tires. Sabrina and I had 1 year, I think we popped 2 tires on different Enduro challenges. So what you see there is there are 2 different what are called RECs or Rebelle Enduro challenges. And so the en route, which is something that they will do 1 or 2 of today, and those use traditional rally road books. If any of these competitors do any other type of rally, they were going to be used to seeing the symbols and math that they're looking at on these road books. They're handed the road books in the morning, and along the route, you're essentially following the route. And this is really based on accuracy, distance. They sometimes will give you a black diamond checkpoint, and you're basically working with your navigator to make sure you are staying on route. You know, this is very similar to the way you would navigate on a family vacation, just using a more elite level of navigation, but you're going to be looking for specific signs in the road. You're going to be looking for a rock. You're going to be looking for a rock formation, a mountain, a tree,
Intersections.
an intersection that you're going to be turning on. And so the navigator, this is really about paying attention, not speeding, not driving too fast for your navigator to call out direction to you. And these are really meant, as Emily said, to get you down moving along a really long course today.
Yeah, and we use a Dakar modeled rally road book. And when it says traditional, well, it's after one of the biggest rallies of this style in the world, the Dakar. And Jimmy Lewis brings a lot of that notation and stuff into form. So on the on-time Enduros, there's usually less turns or if no turns, and it'll be usually along a single long road. And what you're trying to do is cross different markers along that course at the right moment, literally the right second. And you're scored by how close to your second that you're on. So that means you may need to drive 32 kilometers an hour for 4 miles to land precisely. Some people use cruise control, others don't use cruise control because when you go into corners, you slow down a bit, so you try to make up a bit, and it's just really entertaining game. But if the co-driver is good, using their calculator and using their stopwatch, they'll nail these, and they are easy piles of points for someone who has a good formula for that. Chris Benzie was the perfect example. She always max scored these, and they're usually worth 20 points each, so they're it's like valuable as a green.
Absolutely, yeah, that's a really, really good point. And so you saw the third member of our team, Katy, down there walking the start line. And so I think she is right in front of Team 150 right now. Katy, who do you have?
Well, I had 120, and for all of you at home that have been asking about 120, I've been slowly walking to the start line, and they wound the window up on me because they're at the start line and they've just taken off, so we'll have to talk to them later. And let's try Shelby Hall right up against the start. Shelby Hall.
Good morning.
You're right at the start line, under pressure. How has it been coming from the first Rebelle to this Rebelle at the start line, under pressure, go?
Geez, I think it's changed a lot, but pressure is pressure. The first Rebelle, we didn't know what the heck we were doing, period. So we probably were just having fun because we had no idea what to expect. Now we kind of know what to expect, but we're always waiting for the plot twist. So, but we're here, we're ready, we're prepared.
I'm sure there's going to be some out there today. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you at dinner.
Thank you.
And very well under pressure. So she's right at the start line. They only have 2 minutes. Oh, good morning, Nina Barlow.
Good morning.
And Tyrlyn.
We just
cleaned up before the live show here.
yeah, we were like, oh, lip gloss, cameras, lip gloss, slot. All right.
Well, I just posted here that this little mirror here is hair and makeup at the Rebelle Rally.
yes, yes. Oh, we're supposed to look at ourselves in the mirror?
Okay, so what's your morning routine on the Rebelle Rally? And I can walk with you if we need to get to the start.
Our morning routine is like today we're breaking camp, so we're packing up our stuff, leaving it in a pile, so I can load it to the truck. So she's in the tent waiting for that first second that we can get our CP guides and look at our day. Is it CPs and Enduros? So we can be prepared. I'm loading the truck, and then I'm back in and I'm getting her whatever she wants to eat or drink while she's plotting. I'm doing the Enduro math. And then, we poop, brush our teeth if there's time. And
I remember when I competed, Tyrlyn was always in the first person in the tent religiously. And I was like, she's one to watch, and she certainly has been.
yeah, and it's definitely tough. We try to keep that pace all day. I don't know if you see, we run everywhere. It's just,
Getting your steps in, Nina. Okay, you need to get up to the start line. Now, who have we got here? These two are from Joshua Tree, and they're running Pirellis. Thank you for just rolling up in the Pirellis on our Pirelli day.
Yeah, they're beautiful tires, and we love them. They're smooth on-road, off-road. They perform fabulous.
And you both live in Joshua Tree, so you've done a lot of training together, I take it?
Yeah, Johnson Valley is about a 30-minute drive from us. We spent every weekend over the past year a once-a-month training out there.
Well, on that note, I'm going to let you get to the start line. So thank you, have a great day. A lot of teams are only thrown together at the last minute and they don't really get to train, and other teams have been living together in the same towns and they get to train religiously. Back to you, Matthew and Alyssa.
Thanks, Katy. Well, we'll be right back with more after this from the 10th anniversary Rebelle Rally.
There is a whole country out there ready to be explored. And it just got a whole lot easier. So get out there and tackle every terrain. And choose the new Scorpion XTM.
Where am I going? I don't know. Where am I heading? I ain't certain. All I know is I am on my way. When will I be there? I don't know. When will I get there? I ain't certain. All I know is I am on my way. Where am I going? I don't know. What will I get? I ain't equipped to say.
Toyota trucks. Let's go places.
Welcome back to a beautiful day 4 here at the Rebelle Rally, the longest competitive off-road rally in the United States. This has been a really exciting morning here at the Rebelle because this is our final day at Base Camp 1. This is one of the longest stretches competitors have ever spent at one base camp. We all arrived here on Friday after the prologue stage, and it is now Monday morning, and we are just now departing Base Camp 1, and we're going to head south to the second base camp of the rally.
And that was all Jimmy Lewis's doing so that we could do those beautiful loops up into Belmont.
Yeah, and
the marathon
it's been worth it. Every competitor we've asked, between the fall colors, the snow, there were quite a few wild horses out on the course yesterday. It's really been a stunning few days here at the Rebelle.
Cool. Well, before these teams hit the start line, let's check in with Katy and see who she's got.
Hey guys, I'm here with Laura Wanless, who's one of the loveliest people on the Rebelle, but she has the most fierce RDF, we call it, which is resting driver face, and I'm normally too scared to talk to her. She's also a partner at Aon, where she has to make a lot of very serious decisions. How does that translate to being a Rebelle?
I mean, that's what this game is about. It's about being decisive, getting to a waypoint and making a decision fast. So I feel like it's very similar to what I do for a living.
Absolutely. And can you talk to us a little bit about your third teammate this year, the Bronco?
Oh, this is a Bronco Raptor, a 2025 production rig. Her name is Peppa, because she's a trail pig. She's very comfy, best suspension. We can go over the whoops fast, within the speed limit, of course. So, great rig.
All right, and you also help, I can walk with you. You also help Emily with training. Can you just tell us a little bit about what you do in training and what somebody watching needs to do if they want to learn more about the Rebelle?
You should definitely go to Rebelle U. I help coach. I think I've moved from intern to like an official coach. My specialty is dune driving, so I definitely help out with the dune driving. I teach map symbols at Rebelle U, but it's really awesome to see all of these rookies and even returned veterans coming back, also doing the training all year. It's just great.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, guys. Bye, Penny. Okay, such a lovely lady and so smart. She's always fun to hang out with. Okay, we've got Natalie McPherson blowing bubbles. This is awesome. Good morning, ladies. So I got a gift off you guys yesterday. I got this really awesome bookmark with a Rebelle logo on it. But let's talk a little bit about how you got to be in the driver's seat. I understand that there was, you missed 2 partners, right, Laura?
Right, yeah. I had to go through 2 to find this one.
Okay, so
lucky me.
So how's it going? Being thrown? I mean, we've just talked to a couple from Joshua Tree, 2 teammates who train a lot together, and you obviously haven't had that luxury. No. But tell us how it's going. Sometimes that's better, right?
Well, the interesting thing is the first time that we were in the car together, actually doing anything Rebelle, was in Mammoth. So we never got in the car.
Wait, sorry, Mammoth as in the start tick.
So we never got in the car together until we were ready to go. But, you know, I did Rebelle last year in this truck, and it was ready to go, and she's been a great navigator. She's been ready to go, and we get along great, so...
Amazing. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm not going to hold you up because there's a big gap between you and the start line. Have a great day out there, ladies, and we need to talk to them about LB roller skate. Are they roller skaters? A roller derby... I remember, oh yes, okay, we'll catch them at the finish line. Now let's talk to Samantha Barber. Good morning.
Morning, good morning.
How was your night back at base camp last night after that long marathon? Was it nice to be home?
It was very nice to be home and get warm food. Oh, those chefs are awesome.
So base camp is such a big deal here at the Rebelle for me. As a competitor, what do you feel when you roll into these base camps?
Feels like home, you know, you got the whole crew, all the staff is there, all your competitors are there, and you just, it's organized and nice, and you have a place to come in and just really relax and debrief with all your friends.
Well, I've just been talking to Steph Prater about maybe doing some yoga tonight when you get back, so we can do that together. Right? Okay, well, on that note, Alyssa, if you fancy some yoga tonight, and you too, Matthew, back to you guys.
She knows me so well.
She does. Thanks a lot, Katy. That was fun. You know, yoga's always this great idea. We have all these other exercise great ideas, and then we realize we have a lot to do. And other things happen. So we mentioned that Pirelli is the sponsor of the day for day 4 here at the Rebelle for 2025. And like I said, the XTM is the new tire coming out from Pirelli. And I want you to understand how much of a leap it is. This is an Italian tire company that, like trucks that do what we do in the U.S., does not happen in Italy. They don't do that. They make tires for Ferraris usually, for Lambos, for things like that. And so for Pirelli to make the leap to get into this business, they knew that they could do an engineering feat to make a tire to compete. And this is a crowded market. When you look at the 8 different brands of tires that sell something to do this, Pirelli had to know that they were going to come in with something of quality, and I think the XTM is that tire. Like I was telling you, the side blocks, the way the blocks run down the sidewall, that's a really expensive process, and they call it their Mega Mech machine, their Mega Mech mold, or the equipment needed to build that tire. So anyway, I found it really capable. The thing I was most impressed by it with was how good it was in the sand at normal tire road pressures. Usually these tires work best in the sand with a lot less pressure than you drive down the paved road in. And a lot of us, me, Jimmy, Chaos, all of us were impressed by how well that thing could climb straight up sand on road pressure. So anyway, love to have you guys as partners, Pirelli.
All right, Matthew. Well, I believe I see Katy approaching her next group of competitors. Katy, who do you have for us?
Rasa Fuller, and we're talking a bit about how teams come together, and these two live on opposite ends of the country. So you're in Phoenix and you're in New Hampshire, right, Leeway? How do you train when you're on different sides of the country?
Well, Leeway does a lot of plotting and just practices her speed and accuracy, and I spend a lot of time going places in the Southwest and putting eyes on terrain and getting familiar with how to go fast, and I mean, not racing, but how to get through things, how to find the better roads instead of cross-countrying over in an OHV area where there's really crappy.
You can drive so you don't miss a start. I cut her off because I'm getting in trouble because I'm holding people up. Okay, Susan Piper, she's at the top of the leaderboard right now. Come on up in the Grenadier. Good morning, Susan Piper. What did you just say about your vehicle?
So the vehicle was in neutral, but we were not.
I understand you're having a great rally so far. Talk to us a little bit.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate you guys noticing that. We have been working our plan, and as we worked really hard for the last 2 years on this entire Rebelle Rally campaign, we like to think that we fall to our level of training, and we've just done this a lot. So we're just doing what we do.
You can drive. While I continue talking to you, I can walk alongside. So you're actually in the lead right now. Does that put a level of pressure on you that is different to past years?
What do you think?
There's definitely a little bit more pressure for sure. We have to keep, we can't get too confident. We have to keep on our plan. It makes it a little bit scarier to make mistakes. But I think that it's also proof that we're doing all the right things, and so I think we're just going to keep doing those things.
Great answer. You two have a great day out there. We'll see you at the finish line at Base Camp 2. Right. Okay, we've got Patty Upton, who is a navigator, and she's rolling up to the start line and probably unlikely wanting to talk to me. Can you just quickly tell me about your experience floating down the Nile?
Life-threatening, actually.
Keep driving. You can keep driving.
Okay. We had broken a axle shaft, and we had already used the spare, and we were 90 miles from the last little goat herder that we saw. It was summer, it was hot, it was the Sahara, and we had no idea where the Nile was until the next day we located it, and that was we didn't know if we were far enough north to be on Lake Nasser, but we weren't, so we had a current. So we decided that was our way out, because walking in 120 degree heat was just, I had been hospitalized with malaria just 3 weeks before, so it was not something I was up to.
Well, I'm going to let you stop and come find you at dinner for the full story, because you're at the start line, and that was a mean question for somebody trying to navigate. Have a great day out there, Patty. She knows she's going that way as far as navigation. It's a good start. Okay, I don't normally talk to the navigators because they are so busy plotting, but we've got our German team here, Alina Kinzel and Andrea Mueller. I'm putting the pressure on this morning, talking to everyone right at the start line. You can just wind your window up if you don't want to talk to me. How are my German friends doing today? I mean, I know you've never been here before. What's it like being in this kind of terrain, a new country, all of it?
It's amazing, and also we had a beautiful sunrise today, and I really enjoyed driving here so far. Navigating is a little tough sometimes if you don't know the area, but we're getting there.
And how's your vehicle doing for you?
Pretty good. No problems, no flats so far, so we're good.
Amazing. I'm going to let you go because you're right at the start line and take it back to Matthew and Alyssa.
Katy, thank you. These interviews have been so interesting this morning, and one of the things I've been hearing with everyone is sort of talking about, speed, but not speeding, and how you learn how to find places on the course where you find speed. And one of the things I thought was really interesting was Nina Barlow saying, one of the places you find speed is not by speeding in and out of the greens, by driving too fast. It's really about running. If you get out and you need to do something on foot, run from your car, run to your car. There are other places you can find time on this course without doing anything.
We see Tara Lynn running all the time. That totally
exactly.
pencils. Yeah.
With something that's not going to get you a penalty. All right, well, we will be right back with more from the 10th anniversary Rebelle Rally after a quick break.
This is what we do. We maintain and we obsess. It's hours in the garage and days slipping by. Trusting Pennzoil to protect what matters most. Taking care of the things we love. It sounds obvious, but when you do it right, you're protecting an engine for its lifetime. So look under the hood. You'll see what drives us.
Engine protection for the lifetime of your vehicle. Pennzoil. Long may we drive.
The international race attracts drivers and off-road racing enthusiasts from all over the world.
Off-road racing is important to Boston Science because, simply put, it tests the envelope and it clearly makes or breaks the progression aspect of what we do and why we do it. The racers out here are the 1% pushing it to its full potential. This is a proving ground for every aspect of lighting.
Welcome back to the 10th anniversary edition of Rebelle Rally Live, presented by Toyota. This is day 4 of competition, presented by Pirelli. All right, so we are moving through the start order this morning.
Speaking of, right there on the start line is our leading rookie team.
Oh, there's Team 117, Tina
Yeah.
Chang and Jill McAdoo. We've been talking about them a lot. They are in 21st place. Let's get down to Katy and see who she's with at the start.
Hey guys, I'm here with the Orange Crush, Katy Abrams and Lisa Addington. How is it going, ladies? You two live in Kansas City, but in 2 different states. How does that work?
I'm on the Missouri side, on the east side of Kansas City, and she's on the west side in Shawnee.
Can you talk to me a little bit about the Orange Crush? Why do you love her so much?
Well, she's my baby. I've done a lot of work to her. She has wonderful new Mickey Thompson tires. I've got Metal Cloak Game Changer lift on it. Adams drive shafts. I've done all the things to her. Put on a winch, got skid plates. She's ready. She's running it good. She's doing great.
Well, I'll let you leave it there because she's ready to go and you are on the start line. I'm putting the pressure on everyone this morning, very close to the start line. Now we've got Melissa Clark here, who is not so interested in talking this morning, which is every team's prerogative. I don't want to talk to people that don't want to talk to me on the start line. Gloria Rico, do you want to talk to me? Okay, let's talk tech. Tell me about your third teammate, and I'm going to keep walking. You can keep driving.
Oh, it's a base Bronco with a Carly suspension kit all the way through. Super, super awesome kit. Has really done super well this rally. I'm really happy with it. So.
And how's the energy between teammates here? You two are always having the best time. Yeah. How do you keep the vibe so happy through the whole Rebelle?
It helps if you nail a checkpoint.
That's true. No, we're just, we're having a good time. So that's what you have to do here. You have to really have a good time, trust each other. Communication is key, and we are really good on that.
Yeah. And one final thing, you're running Pirelli tires, and today is Pirelli Day. How do you like your tires?
I love them so far. I'm really, really impressed with them. I went from Mickey Thompson's to Pirelli's, and I'm staying there.
Well, let's leave it at that on our Pirelli Day. Back to you, Alyssa and Matthew.
Great, we could see that's the All-Terrain Plus she's on, rolling away, looking at that tread block, and the XTM is the other tire I've been talking about today, just for clarity.
All right, so we're moving through the start. We're about exactly halfway through the vehicles, and if you see, a lot of the competitors are still parked in the competitors area. And what's happening in the morning is once you get up, once you sort of do all of your personal things in the morning, the navigator tends to go in the tent, and the driver's job is to get everything broken down, get it packed into the vehicle, and then to go out and make sure everything is correct with your vehicle. So those are the mornings, the tough mornings where you go out, maybe you find a flat that you weren't aware had a leak the night before. You're cleaning off the windshield. You see some of the competitors reorganizing, making sure their max tracks are properly secured. You're in charge of everything that has to do with the vehicle while your navigator, is making sure that all the points are plotted. And then a lot of times you'll join, the good drivers will go and join their navigator, check math, help them with some of the math on the Enduros. They've got a lot to do this morning with multiple Enduros. It's a lot of math, it's a lot of preparation, and then they have a lot of checkpoints to plot on the map as well.
There's so many things you could leave behind and think of about a half an hour out of base camp, and just that drop in your heart when you're at the airport and forgot your passport, that kind of thing. Like,
1,000%.
Oh God.
Yeah, and you learn things. This is something else about not being a rookie here at the Rebelle. Anyone who knows me knows I leave a breadcrumb trail of my possessions behind me anytime I am anywhere. And so you learn these things about yourself that, you look in the dashboard of a lot of the vehicles, you'll see walls of Velcro.
Yeah.
And so you're Velcroing your pens, you're Velcroing your compasses. You bring 6 compasses instead of 1. You make sure that you are prepared to lose and forget some things.
There you go. Well, let's have a look at our Scorpion and our Pennzoil billboards, our runner boards. Great in the Pennzoil challenge.
And remember, these are games within the game. These are drivers and co-drivers. These are teams who are running Pennzoil. And then the Scorpion Tire Challenge are teams who are running the Pirellis. And these are the rankings within the challenge. And those who finish in the top 3 are going to win a donation to the charity of their choice.
Mm-hmm. I'll have a look at Scorpion really quick. And like we said, this is a competition within the competition.
All right, we have a different team that's leapt to the top of the leaderboard here. It's Team 139.
Alex and Mandy there, the lead. All right, while we still have some cars here in camp, let's go to Katy again, see who she can chat with.
Hi, I'm here with Michelle Kirby. I'm being completely shut down by some of these competitors. I think they're getting to know me and they just won't wind down their window. But Michelle Kirby always winds her window down for me. Thank you very much. Good morning, Sabrina. Good morning. Okay, so didn't I see a broken windscreen?
That wasn't us.
That was not us. Everyone keeps spreading this rumor that was us.
It was someone else. It wasn't us. We didn't let our hood flip open.
I feel like I'm in a vortex. I mean, I'll roll with it. Like, your window's looking really clean this morning.
We've done other crazy things, but it wasn't that.
Okay, talk to me about this vehicle. I want to know what you've discovered in the last 3-4 days.
Oh my gosh, this vehicle can pretty much go through anything at decent amounts of speed. I mean, the suspension on it is fantastic. I mean, it really just takes us right through the whoops and the vibration. So I think for the most part, I'm pretty darn happy. I drive one at home, so this is my car.
She is such a great driver and can go at speeds that like the stuff that she's like driving through. I'm like, man, that's amazing, and it's so comfortable. Like it's not, the suspension is great on this, and she's driving over some stuff.
Now, you told me before you left for the marathon, we can walk and talk, by the way. Yeah, you told me that you left for the marathon with your guitar, but it was quite chilly. You had a bit of a nightmare.
No one could find the base camp to sleep, so by the time we all got there,
there was no kumbaya.
It was too late. It was so cold. I had 30 checkpoints to plot before the morning. No one hung out, and it was like it was very widespread out. So it was just.
All right. Well, I'm expecting some guitar action tonight at dinner. Can we do dinner music, Sabrina? There we go. We've got some dinner music. Okay, I'm going to quickly head down here to 118. Hey, Steph Coel, how are you? I hear you've got a funny story from yesterday.
So we could see our...
We can walk and talk, by the way.
Perfect. I'm going to try to drive and talk and not hit anything. We were in a position yesterday. We were about to time out of a blue. We could see it, but we knew we couldn't drive there in time. So I sprinted in my helmet. I leapt up over the side of a wash to get out of it like a track athlete somehow, and sprinted in my helmet and got there with a few seconds to spare.
Congratulations. Those are rally moments that you will never forget, and you will tell that story for the rest of your life.
It was 9 points.
Worth every point, right?
Worth every point, even though I was coughing for like an hour afterwards from the silt, but worth it.
Congratulations, you ladies have a great day out there today. Actually, at the finish line yesterday, I saw 2 women running to the finish line because you're allowed to leave one person in your car and run to the finish line to make sure that you get that finish line point. Okay, that's it for me today. I've had a fabulous time on the start line. Back to you, Matthew and Alyssa.
Thanks, Katy. And that's really worth reiterating what Steph just said. There is no rule against getting out of your car and running to the checkpoint with that tracker in your hand and clicking the tracker. And when we get to the Dunes Day, you're really going to see teams doing that a lot. There are some times when you get to a point, maybe you've gotten yourself in a bit of a precarious position on those dunes, and you think, I don't know that I can drive this, or the driver might say, this is a little sketchy for me, and the navigator will get out, or sometimes it'll be the driver, and just hoof it on foot and run to that checkpoint and click the button.
Sometimes in 40-mile-an-hour wind at 100 degrees. It's like
absolutely.
The athletes get a chance to shine in that case, for sure.
You get more exercise on this car rally than you expect.
Laura doing some last-minute checks so she can do it here. Planned maintenance instead of unplanned maintenance on the side. She has had a time with her discovery here this week, but it's running now. She's keeping it together. She and her daughter are having a great rally now. I'm excited for the teams and what they're going to be seeing today. The thing that stuck out to me when Emily was showing us the Mapbox overview was they're going to drive right up by the viewing station where people see military jets come buzzing down into Death Valley. Some of those really up-close views of like F-22s and F-18s banking around a view station is one of the things they'll go by today. And then obviously the base of Mount Whitney, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And, it's one of those things that you hope some of the teams actually see. You get pretty focused, you get your head down, and a lot of times you miss a lot of the beauty around you. So hopefully on this transit day to Base Camp 2, they'll see some of that. So let's take a look at the schedule for our show for the rest of this 10th anniversary Rebelle rally. So it is now Monday, October 13th. I need to look there to remind myself what day it is. We have one more show today, and like we said, after this show, we are going to go pack up our own tents and all of our stuff, and we are going to take our commute down to the evening show. So we have a show tonight, and then tomorrow on Tuesday, we have 3 shows to bring you from Base Camp 2.
Well, it has been a great morning. I'm looking forward to our drive south. I'm wondering if we can get on course for a little bit.
Well, we seem to have enough time, so I think Matthew and I are going to take our Toyota and explore a little bit of the course that these women are going to be competing on today. Maybe check out one of the Enduro challenges on our
I just
way
want
down.
to. I think our TRD Pro needs a little exercise.
Yeah.
It's been sitting too long.
Yeah,
it's jealous.
Its feet are tired. And I would also like to see some of the course. I would also like to do a little driving out on course. And so thank you so much for being with us this morning. It's early every morning here at the Rebelle, so we really appreciate you all tuning in. Keep your comments coming. We want to know what you want to hear about. And we will see you again this evening at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time at the 10th anniversary edition of the Rebelle Rally.